Welcome to this freshly hatched, unmatched batch from scratch, the show where, just like our emotions, the beers are bottled and canned.
Every episode, we try some beer, talk about life. We really don't know shit about either, so don't set your expectations too high.
Our credentials, null. Our expertise, void, so don't take anything we say too serious.
Let's talk some shit.
Welcome back to the show where I missed you, buddy. It's been a while.
I miss you too.
Well, that took him off guard. The episode where I throw my co-host off guard with a sincere compliment. This is episode number 42 of Bottled and Canned. I'm Matt.
I am. Some people call me Fly Uncle Jay.
Okay. Some people call him Drippy J. The
Handsome
one with
Jay.
the magic.
Jay Boogie, the Jay Bird.
When he meets
I got
people,
lots of nicknames.
When he meets people his own age, he makes them sweat. Jason. We don't really do intros here.
I'm in the building.
All right, love it. So, what's up, man? I heard, right before we hit go, you kind of dropped like a heavy topic. So before we get into today's beer, which we may or may not crack open while we're talking here to start.
Can we crack it?
That'd be such a rule break, but how about we do this? We're just going to crack them, start sipping. Do not comment on the beer. Do not react to the beer, but catch me up, brother. What's going on with the big news you just
Well,
mentioned?
it turned out to be no news.
Well, sometimes no news is big news. So.
Or good news. No, it was interesting because I was contacted by a friend of mine, and he was like, "Hey, man, you interested in this job?" And I was like, "Nah." Well, I ran into him at the golf course. We haven't played in a while, so I'm at the range. And I was like, "No, I'm good, dude." And then they had an opening he was preparing for, and he was like, "Hey, man, you want to have lunch with the VP and the DOS?" And I was like, "Cool. Yeah." I was like, "I do it, but you know what? You know my sitch, dude. I don't know if I want to go anywhere." And I was like, "We'll go have some lunch." And funny enough, the day before I went, somebody on my team was like, "Why are you wearing your interview shoes? Why are you wearing your interview?" I go, "Because I got a client lunch today. What's the big deal?" I'm usually wearing J's, and today I was wearing the Magnanis. And I was like, "All right." And I was like,
KW.
"No."
Oh, wasn't KW?
LK. And then
LK. Oh, LK noticed.
yeah.
Okay.
And then she went over to AK and said, "Hey, you better talk to him. He's wearing his interview shoes." And she knew, but she was like laughing about it. It's like, it's not today, it's tomorrow. She didn't say it to her. Wow. But I had some lunch with these folks, and we had a conversation.
Should.
Yes, it doesn't hurt.
One should.
Let me just tell you, if y'all are ever being recruited, it doesn't hurt to have a conversation, because as my boy that was actually doing the recruiting had told me a long time ago, you're going to find out one of two things. One, your life will be better someplace else. Or two, you have it better than you thought you did.
Sure.
It's only good to build your network, build bridges, not burn them, right? So I go, and I have this lunch, and never gave him my resume, never gave him, did formal interview, had a lunch, had a couple conversations, and they offered me the job. And they were recruiting me really hard. And I was like, because of certain circumstances, like, I don't think I can do it. But what was really interesting, my brother had called me a few weeks prior, and we had this conversation. We were on the phone for like 4 hours. He's trying to decide between his job, this, that, the other thing. And one of the things he had said, I go, when this other place offered you a job, man, what did you think? And he goes, well, he's like, I had this weird pit in my stomach. And I was like, what was that pit? Tell me about this feeling that you had. And this is going to tie into something we talked about a long time ago. And he goes, I don't know, nervousness, new career, new opportunity, new whatever. And we talked for a long time. I go, listen, dude, I got the plan, because you can't really make up your mind. I go, if you get the promotion you want, you stick it out. I go, one thing we know for sure, brother, is that you need to leave the job that you're at, right? He goes, yeah, 100%. I go, but if you get the promotion you want, you stay, build your resume. That way you can leave in a year to 2 years at a lateral move, one step up. And if you don't get it, go to the other job. And he got quiet. He's just, I'm like, what's up, dude? He's like, I was like, it doesn't sound like you like that plan. Why don't you like that plan? He goes, I I just don't really want to work where I'm at. Okay, what's wrong with the other one? And we start talking about. Come to find out, he had recently, when he moved away from Vegas, I hope you don't mind me sharing the story, he was on his way. I think he was close to state line. He spun around, went back to my dad's house, grabbed the dog, and left. And he didn't know, and he went back, and he went to California with his mom. He had lived out here for 5-6 years, something along these lines, right?
It's like one day just.
Yeah, he was like, he had enough of some of the stuff that we had to go through, and he was like, I'm out.
Okay.
And I was living on my own at the time, and because I moved out here when I was 25. So I was, an adult. He was 11. He's 11 years younger than me, and then I got another brother that's actually 25 years younger than me, that was born here. But this is he's 11 years younger, and he took off, and he stopped, and he's like, I can't leave that dog. So he took that dog, and he treated that dog like it's his world, right? Him and his girl, they don't have kids. I mean, that dog unfortunately had to pass away last year. He wasn't planning on getting one, but then he saw at the Golden Retriever Rescue in California that they had one. So he kind of made this emotional decision that he was going to get a dog. And we had talked about, I go, bro, let me just tell you something. After all this talk, after we gave him the perfect compromise of a solution, he's like, man, he told me then, I go, let me just tell you something, Chase. Chase, did you know, I said his name, but whatever, we all know him. I was like, bro, did you know that your subconscious mind calculates information at 11 million bits of information per second? So you know what the conscious mind is? He's like, no. I was like, 40 to 50 bits. It's slow as shit. I was like, so you've been sleepless thinking about this job that you thought you wanted until they offered it to you for 2 days, 4-hour conversation with me to come to the conclusion that you don't want it. And he's like, yeah, but this. I go, you don't want it. You've already committed to, I need a job where I work from home. I'm a dog person. I don't have kids. I need a dog in my life. I was like, he's like, that sounds kind of weird that you would choose a career over a dog. I go, no. I go, would you choose that job over Layla, your dog that passed? No. Okay. Then what's the big deal? Then you made your decision. Your instincts are telling you what to do, right? We had to spend less time trying to identify, justify, but spend more time trying to identify why your instincts are telling you that, right? It's because you committed to a life with a dog on the beach, working from home. That's more your lifestyle. It's like, so your objective is then to stay where you're at, get promoted, or find something in a career path that's similar that you can work remotely because you are a dog person and there's nothing more important than your connection to this world. And that includes your pets, right? So I told him this, and when I was having these conversations, I was like, there was a part of a fear base that was like, I should make this leap because these guys are cool. I got a friend over there. I all the reasons to tell me I was fully aware of, but my instincts was like, bro, no, we're going through a merger. We got this. There's a lot of uncertainty. And I thought, why are my instincts telling me to stay? All right. What my brain is telling me, there's uncertainty and go, and there's what my instincts are telling me, stay. And I remember I talked to AK, and she was like, I told her a story about my brother. And she was like, I'm going to tell you one thing. Take the advice of your brother. Care what anybody says, what anybody wants you to do. Take the advice that you gave your brother. Listen to your instincts, man. And I was like, yeah, that made it a lot easier. So I asked my therapist this. This is something interesting, dude. I asked my therapist this shit. I said, what do you do when your instincts aren't in line with your head? And she goes, go with your instincts. She goes, because there's this thing called confirmation bias. And your confirmation bias, if you make the choice with your instincts, your confirmation bias will tell you it's in line. When you go the opposite direction, the reverse happens. Like, you're finding all the reasons why it was a mistake. I wish I shoulda, coulda, all these other things. And I was like, damn. So of a major decision that was going on in my life, that's my brother calling me right there. I thought it was kind of, yeah. No, it's all right. It's all right. But no, it's interesting because it was a major decision in my life that in many ways made more sense. But then I thought about, LK, I thought about you. You'd be devastated. Maybe even AK, but not really. But mostly LK.
That was your biggest. That's a big shout out, I guess, for people that don't know. Jason hates everyone objectively. So the fact that anyone gets a shout out, it's fantastic.
Yeah. No, dude.
What a growth opportunity.
But dude, it
you're
was
demonstrating.
What was interesting when you make the right choices. It was interesting. Like I remember, like after I made the choice, it was a tough no. It was a really tough no to like. I felt like I disappointed some people with the whole deal. But then I thought about it, and I went for a walk with the dog, my dog, and I was like, I felt relieved. You know what I mean? Like I felt relieved, which made me feel like it was the right decision. And I thought, God damn, if I would have lived my whole life based on decisions, based on what felt right, I probably would have.
Would you have ended up at the job you're in now if you followed that? Like, did you go into that job scared and not excited and freaked out? Or did you go to that one full?
No,
all 2 balls in, dude.
The job I'm in now, the position I'm in now is a little different, but the job I'm in now, I was turned down once.
I mean, for that company, I was trying to say, when you entered that company, did you take that job with that company?
Dude, when I took the job with the company here,
yeah,
I was just recently turned down by another company in another industry totally.
So you felt good about working where you did?
I didn't like where I was at. I wanted out. That was the thing, and I found something else.
Right.
And then when I took this job here, my decision-making process was so simple. I didn't overthink it because I'm an overthinker. Dude, overthinking kills me. When I took this job here, I was like, if I got up Monday morning, would I want to be here or there? Oh, here. That was easy. I'll just go here. I thought that was interesting. But that was the heavy stuff. It's like contemplating this stuff, talking about this shit, bro. And then, a major life decision I didn't overthink, but yet, you know how much shit's sitting in my Nike cart and I'm overthinking whether or not I need those fucking Jordans or not? Dude, back and forth and going to the purchase Apple Pay. No, I can't do it. I should wait. You know what I mean? And then major life decision, I'm like, fuck it. My instincts are saying no.
My mind is telling me no.
My body.
It's telling you, but like, right? Like,
is that R. Kelly? Can we talk about him?
I don't remember.
He peed on people.
Right, but hey, I did want to pull this up. I didn't want to fuck it up, so I pulled it up as you were talking. But I want you to go back like a half a beat and remember what you were saying about overthinking. You said you're an overthinker. You overthink. What it is? Damn, I'm gonna drop this so hard right here. The lyric is like, I think that I'm so self-aware, but I just overthink. And so I think that a lot of people, like the lesson there is that a lot of people confuse like being mindful, being like self-aware with like just overthinking everything in your life, like every small and medium-sized interaction. So I think that just like your tendency to overthink also does show up as self-awareness and like humility, but it was just that lyric was just so fucking powerful.
Where's that from?
It's just a song.
Lottie Dottie?
It's what Lottie Dottie. But when did we talk about that? Wasn't that a real thing we talked about?
Yeah.
Yeah, last episode.
That was that. What do they call that? Callback? What do they call that?
Yeah, it is a callback. It's a great callback. Yeah. I'm just too much of an idiot. So anyway,
no, that's true, dude.
It's just a powerful moment. I remember hearing that lyric for the first time, being like, "Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me." But anyway, I just think
there's a thing about overthinking though, where people will say, like, sometimes when we don't know what to do, we can't control the outcome. We overthink because it makes us feel like we're actually doing something about it. We're not doing shit.
We're not doing shit.
No.
I love it. So, God, I mean, God, I don't know.
Because it made me think of the time that you went jobless for a while on your own.
It made me think of the time I went to that first step. Like when I left, like, if I would like thought of that advice you were giving and listened to the advice you were giving when I was trying to leave the company we were at together, everything in my body and my instincts in the pit of my stomach was telling me don't do it. You know what I mean? But I just overthought it into it's a stepping stone to something greater, to something bigger. And yeah, I don't know, man. Like, that's what I was thinking of. So I think that I would have just stayed working with you, and I never would have done that step, and then I wouldn't end up where I am. So it's kind of like tough.
But things end up, if you have the right mindset, things end up working out, right? As long as if you make up in your mind that it's going to work out, and you're just like an overcome hurdle challenges type of person, you're going to figure it out. But what I thought was what made me think of was the other step when you left and didn't have anything, and you're like, that's a lot of pressure. With a family situation and you're like, yo, I bounced and I didn't really have anything lined up. Maybe some high level conversations or connections or nothing, but it was like
Nothing.
there was nothing. But that was an instinctual, this isn't right. I need to go in a different direction and I'll figure it out as I need to make a blind leap of faith in this direction. This is right. You didn't try and justify or overthink. Maybe you did for a while, but eventually you went with, my instincts are telling me like, I just need to go in a different direction and I'm going to do it, even if it means nothing for the brief period.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was, you're right. Like in hindsight, that's such a dumb move, jumping out of a plane without the parachute. But
Travis Pastrana did it.
Right. And I do.
He did drink a Red Bull on the way.
Oh, yeah. I don't drink Red Bull.
If you guys haven't seen that clip.
That's why my career failed. Didn't drink
the Red Bull. That was it. Gives you wings, apparently.
Gave me wings. Hey, with 2 eyes, because you can get a lawsuit for telling people that you get real wings from it.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, maybe it's 3 eyes. Okay, whatever. Okay. No, I think you're right. That's a good point. I appreciate that because it did take a certain sense of like just I don't have a lot of self-confidence or like all the time. Like I think there's a difference between like self-worth and self-confidence are like 2 different things. I forget what the 2 different ones are. Yes, you want to explain or
I want to say something about that because somebody asked me, we're like, how does it feel to be recruited that bad and wanted that badly? And I was like, I feel like I accidentally oversold myself. And they were like, like what?
Like imposter syndrome.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, because I couldn't live up to the expectation that I thought. And then the more the conversation went on, I was like, okay, it made me real. Maybe I should reframe it. Like I'm pretty decent. I'm pretty good at my job. Let's just say it. I'm pretty good at my job, but I'm always focused on the areas I can improve. Like I'm pretty good at my job. But since I'm always focused on things I can improve, I always feel like I'm not good enough. So I'm always trying to be better, right? It's like always working on yourself. Oh, I got to get better. I got to get better. Like, fuck it. I accept myself for who I am. And you know what? That's who I am. And I'm good. I'm cool with it. But I'm also going to get better, right? Like the way it was like, because I'm always focused on what I need to get better at, it made me think that I wasn't as good as what I am. But when you look back, and I go, okay, the second, like, the close second in competition, they weren't even really talking to anybody else, and it was no question that they wanted me, right? That meant the gap between first and second was huge. I felt like it was like overselling because I feel like I could even be better. And then when I decided to rephrase it to myself and out loud as, I'm good and can be even better, then I didn't feel like I oversold myself. When I was like, shit, I got a lot of work to do to become even better. Like it was like It made, depending on how I phrased it in my own head, made me feel like 1, I wasn't good enough, or 2, I was good and have the ability to even be better. Yeah. It was fucking weird.
That's wild, but it's powerful, and I think there's some like reality. No matter where, even someone listening or someone going through these things, like at some point in some fragment of their life, they'll go through one of those kind of layers that you're going through. So I don't know, it clicks, bro.
Dude, it was weird, but like the sense of relief I got making the right decision, listening, like my therapist was right, dude. I was like, she was all right. It's like if I would have made the other decision, I'd be like, I would always be questioning whether or not I made the right decision because I didn't go with my instincts, right? Because my conscious mind was trying to justify or catch up to my subconscious mind. My subconscious mind already did the math. It was like, no, here's all the reasons, right? So stop questioning. Why am I even questioning it?
No, it's good, man. I think as you get older,
but the 6 pair of Jordans in my fucking cart, I'm overthinking, dude. I swear to God, I show you right now. I got some in Shoe Palace and Nike. I'm like, which ones am I going to pull the trigger on? I don't fucking know. Are they on sale or not on sale? But then I thought, if it's not a definite yes, it's a no.
Dude,
let me just remove the whole fucking cart.
You just give me like $200. You know, you don't need more shoes, and if you want to just like spend money,
throw it away.
I'll take it.
I know, but like ones were like, I need some with navy blue, and then like, you know, maybe I need some with a different shade of gray. I don't know. There's some things.
Okay, so anyway, listen, man, I'm super happy that you're settled from that decision and kind of in the right place, and you were kind of walking on sunshine at the end of it. And I think
isn't that a song?
Walking on sunshine.
Would that burn?
Huh?
Would that burn? This sounds hot.
Yeah, but also like the sun shines on the grass, and then you're walking on the grass that's been freshly sunned. It's kind of nice and warm. And okay, dude, I wanted to get to today's beer, so I just wanted to
What
say,
beer is it?
No,
Is it bottled or is it
line
canned?
yet. It's not your line. It's not time for your line yet.
Oh,
your
sorry.
line is later. I would try to be sentimental and say happy for you.
Thanks.
Okay, all right. Now it's time for
Then I made a huge mistake. Today's beer. Go.
today's beer.
Today's beer.
Today's beer.
Today's
Yes, today's beer.
What beer is it, Matt?
I'm so glad you asked, Jason. It is Tripelcross, a Belgian triple from Crux Fermentation Project out of Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon. Is it bottled or is it canned first?
It's fucking canned, damn it.
Have we ever had a bottle other than
we've
the
had
drinking
we've
beers?
had at least a couple.
So, Triple Crossed. Have you ever seen the movie with what's that fucking guy's name?
We
Eddie
need
Murphy.
to do the main discussion later, so maybe keep that one in your back pocket.
The movie?
Maybe just keep it in your back.
You don't even know what I'm
pocket.
gonna say.
I think you should keep it in your back pocket.
Let me just say it.
Okay, say it.
Have you seen the movie with called I Spy with Owen Wilson?
Yeah, and Leafy Bug.
The Leafy Bug.
I've seen a Leafy Bug. Yeah.
Oh, it's a pseudo double agent. That's what Triple Cross makes it, a pseudo double agent. Like that's what it makes me think
Yeah,
of.
man. Maybe save that for the.
The Leafy Bug. I love the fucking Leafy Bug. We're the same. You and I were the
knew what you
same.
were gonna say, and I knew it, and I told you to hold it in. It is time for today's beer. We're now at the main discussion. Keep the fucking name of the beer out of your mouth.
The Leafy Bug.
Leafy Bug is fine. Listen, I think about it being like is it plain? That like you seen the bugs that get on the leaf and turn into the leaf? I'm thinking of a plane that does that. I'm thinking of a leafy bug
Leafy
plane.
Bug. Fucking great
That
movie.
is so funny. That like it was one of those movies. I think it came out like in theaters like 03, 04. So we had it on DVD at my rich friend Daniel's house.
Rich friend Danny.
Oh, rich friend Daniel. There's Dan and Daniel. There's
Rich-
there's two Dans in the group.
Rich guys go by Daniel.
Whatever. So Daniel's house had a lot of DVDs, a movie theater room, and then a nice TV upstairs in the living room. And for some reason,
Was he
that movie
52-0?
ended up on a lot, just as like a background. And there's a lot of DVDs to pick from, so that's wild. But Leafy Bug. Anyway, Eddie Murphy, right? Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Such a great movie, dude.
Okay. So this is a Belgian triple, as I told you earlier. Did you know something, Jason?
I don't know shit.
This is our third Belgian style ale on the show, and it is our first triple Belgian.
Cross?
Triple cross, triple. It's a Belgian triple. Would you like to know what the other two Belgian styles were?
I would. Are they super
Because
crosses?
you're gonna get these are like the things that tickle your brain.
Tickle my fancy?
The very first episode, we did a Belgian quad, which is a Belgian quadruple. It was super dark.
Not a
and,
Leafy
like,
Bug.
Not a Leafy Bug. Then we did a Belgian double from Big Dogs out here in Las Vegas. So that is a double ale. And now you're trying your first Belgian triple.
Are we about to hit for the Belgian cycle?
That's the thing is we've never had just a Belgian ale. Which would
Dude,
be-
can we do?
So
can
now
we hit
I'm
for-
going to seek out a
we gotta
Belgian
hit the
ale
cycle.
and then just
We gotta hit the fucking
whole-
cycle.
So anyway, so triple cross.
Mom,
for
that
triple.
means a cycle in baseball is where you hit for a single, double, triple, and a home run all in the same game. That's
It's not a rap term that means drugs, Mom.
yeah. My mom still hates you. I talked to her the other day.
Hate is a strong word.
No, she was mad that we didn't get a chance to have dinner when she was here.
We didn't even invite me.
Yeah.
He didn't even invite me. Well,
This is
I
true.
think we had talked about like doing it, and I said I was down, but like
My mom was down too. She really wants to meet
that's
you.
so funny. There's no reason. I'm terrible. I'm an awful person. So, no,
You're not a Leafy Bug.
I think and also like it is true.
Is that a praying mantis?
It
The
is,
Leafy Bug.
true to your mom that I play like we both are play kind of characters on the show. Like we are who we are, but we're probably like a little bit more amped up versions of who we really would be in person. So I think she'd be like mildly disappointed because I wouldn't have the same like gusto or energy potentially.
Right.
You're gonna be like fresh out of the garage, just like, hey, nice to meet you. We're gonna
Yeah.
eat some subs.
Dude, no, but I think you would really connect with her on food. You guys would cook and stuff.
I could talk food with her all day. Yeah.
Dude, speaking of characters, I play softball, right? And I only knew a couple guys on the team, and they are not on the team, so I got these other people on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one day somebody comes up to me, hey, you're really quiet today. Is everything okay? I'm like, yeah. And then she goes, because it's just so you guys know, it's like we play. I'm not playing men's league softball. I'm playing co-ed, so it's like 3 girls, 10 like 7 and 3, 7 dudes, 3 girls. This is it's a big league dreams, right? And this chick comes up to me. She's like, I think she's the manager of the team or whatever, and she's like, everything okay? I was like, yeah, why? She's like, you seem quite quiet. She goes, oh, you're always quiet. I was like, yeah, I'm good, thanks. And then like a couple weeks later, this other guy comes up to me, and he's like super like eye on the disc, right? And he's fucking around. He's doing that thing where you go like this. What does that mean? Like you got to punch somebody in the nuts or some shit, right?
You just punch him in the arm.
Oh, okay. And she's walking by, and he does this to me, and I look at it, and I look at him. He goes, you know what that means? I was like, no. And then I went back to leaning on the fence and watching the game, and the other guy next to me, who was like super fucking like, dude, I mean, loud, obnoxious, but in a fun way, was like, and they start talking. He's like, oh, you got me, and like really, boisterous kind of dude. And the dude that did the thing goes, yeah, he didn't know what that was, but he's an introvert. And I was like, I just fucking kind of chuckled to myself because I've been sort of playing a character on that team that's very serious. And I use a lot of my sarcasm, but in an extra serious tone. People say I have a dry sense of humor. And on the team, because they all think I'm serious and quiet, when I say shit, I say the most, like, for example, one dude was like, hey, the guy was like, hey, we're playing everybody today. And I walked over to him. I was like, no, man, we're only playing that team today. And he's like, no, what I'm trying to say is, like, the umpires made some bad calls. We're up against him, too. I was like, no, I understand what you're saying, but we're only playing one team today. It's them. We're not playing everybody. I just want to make sure you're clear that we're only playing this team tonight. So and then I walked away.
Literally, was like, that guy is a psychopath to other people.
Dude, and the guy thinks
you love
the guy this? Thinks
I've seen you play your basketball character is a little.
Yes, it could be intense. But like, dude, but it's really funny because like because my 2 friends that know me on the team aren't playing the last couple seasons, so like I've really been leaning into my serious like character of like. It's so fucking funny to me, dude.
Here's what I want you to do: role play as your serious character, and rate this fucking beer.
Against all beers or against the cycle?
Okay, I want to go back on what I said about playing the serious character. Just do it normal.
Okay, so it's a 2.5. It's the middle. No, this one's pretty good. It's clean. It's crisp. It smells like peat moss. No, it doesn't. Amanda Peat. What's this?
Why are you smelling it so much? It's
fucking no, I'm always like, is this Amanda Peat?
Dude, it's so fucking. No.
What was that movie? What was that TV show she was in with the fucking guy from Simpsons? Where they owned that major minor league baseball team.
Oh,
Brockmire.
Yeah, Brockmire.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of grassy.
No, it does have an earthy, kind of almost like a
Amanda
peppery.
Peat.
It's got almost
autumn falls sort of.
Okay, dude, I'm done. You just rate the fucking beer, bro. I hope all those smells got picked up because he did like 18 of these deep nose breaths in the glass. It sounded like a seashell. Stop it, dude. Just rate the beer. You're gonna go lightheaded.
391.
391?
392.
Wow.
393.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, 397? I'm trying to read you to win.
Oh, you're not winning this one.
Oh, you're giving it a 4.2.
Huh?
You're giving it a 4.2.
I'm giving it a 4.25. So I find this one to be kind of spot on.
4.23. It's too late?
Too late.
Fuck, I lost. What's my record?
Overall, you are losing 4.17 to 4.24 overall score.
But
I also
what if it
find
was
that
match play?
you
What if it
have
was
not-
match play? What if it was match play?
You have not liked a lot of beers. Like you've given, like you gave your second beer on the show, a blood orange sour, a 2.51. Like that is dragging.
Because
your average down.
2.5 was a winner to me back then.
Right,
It was
so
not graded on the curve
I understand,
until you
but-
said a 4 is good.
Listen, dude, you're the one who's made
was
it
pragmatic.
a competition. It's not a competition.
Okay, what if it was match play? You didn't tell me who won if
What
it was
is
match.
match play? What does that
Do
mean?
you not golf? It's not total score. It's hole by hole. So line by line, who wins?
Wouldn't that?
No.
The average wouldn't net out
No,
the same.
no. Because what if in one round
How about
you
this,
get a 2 and I got a
How
5?
about I'll do that for the next show.
Okay.
I'll add a whole column that gives a
The
plus
match
1
play.
if you were higher and a plus 1 if I were
All right,
higher.
because I want to see. So right now I'm
Or is it
losing.
a minus
Hold
one?
on. So I'm losing in stroke play, just by a smidge. But in match play, I could be up. Mom, I see why you don't like this fucking guy. Amanda Pete hates you too.
Amanda Pete and the Leafy Bugs. Is a Leafy Bug with Amanda
52
Pete.
and 0.
52 and 0 with the Leafy Bugs and Amanda Pete. Also, like if you hung out with me enough, Jason's mom, you'd probably like me more than him. Just saying.
Doubt it. I'm fucking dope.
Debatable.
Dude, do you know most people love me for real?
No, I don't know that, but also like we are
True that.
31 minutes into the show and we have not even got to our time killer vein filler.
But we did talk about how my life is exactly the same as it was, but it almost wasn't.
True. But let's get to
Today's
It's a time killer and vein filler.
you know you got to respect the bumper. It's our time killer vein filler. Jason, what's
Oh.
up today?
I don't know. Should we skip it?
No, let's do one. You said we could do 1 or 3. Do 1.
Okay, let's do all 7. All right. So here's the question, Matt. I have 3. All right. I'll let you like. Here. I'm gonna ask you you get to pick. The 10-minute master question, the legacy lever question, or the time healer debt question. Pick one.
The second one?
Okay, that's a good question. Here's my question for you, man. Okay, you are guaranteed that your children and grandchildren will be incredibly wealthy, healthy. This is a hypothetical situation, obviously, and happy their entire lives. Like you can secure your family's legacy for 100 years, but the trade-off in return is history has to remember you as a villain. So here I know you got some questions, right? So I posed this to myself and said, okay, so your family can know you as they know you, but also they believe that all the terrible things about you that the world says about you is true. So you're sacrificing your image to make sure that your children, their children, next 100 years, generations of your lineage is you don't have to fucking worry about them financially. They're good, they're happy, they're healthy. And the problem is that your family might have the same interactions with you, but they're also going to think of you differently. That includes your wife, and your kids are going to be like, wow, obviously dad treats us differently than the rest of the world. He's done some awful things. They believe that you've done some awful things to some people and done some really terrible things, but yet their experiences with you are still their experiences with you. But they think you have this dark side, but it means
It's painful. So let's walk through this, right? Like one even if like no matter what I did, there's a certain level of that they have to live with, and like in society and small interactions in the community around life.
oh, you're so and so.
The name, the weight that it will carry will cause some friction. I think as time and generations go on, potentially less and less of that progeny will experience some of that like prejudice and some of that like concern. And I think too that if only for like if that's really what you get is a guaranteed 100 years of like continued lineage, that means that my daughter and son grow up to have kids and they become great grandparents and they never have to want for money, I would be willing to sacrifice my life. So like,
But your family, they would also think
I
you're a
understand, but
villain.
like I'm saying, but if I'm willing to sacrifice my life for those things, like that's the ultimate. I can go to my grave, no matter what I can earn, going to my grave, knowing they're taken care of and knowing it's like they're all set. Even
You're not worried about how they would.
Of course, it would be the most painful thing in my life, but I would have to keep the goal in mind of what I'm getting from this evil magician that's offered me this fate. But it's so funny, like, as you went through it, of course, my first instincts are like, well, no. Like, they got to deal with that bullshit. They got to do all that. But I don't know. I just thought if I would sacrifice my life, my living, breathing blood for that, then my reputation is a lesser penalty to pay no matter the mortal consequence.
I haven't looked this up.
Damn, I'm good.
I haven't looked this up, but it was like the conversation we had a long time ago. It was like, would you want your life coach to have somebody that has their shit together or been rung through the motherfucking ringer? I'd be like, I want a motherfucker that's been through some shit because they have the experiences, right?
Sure.
Do you think it's better than to protect your kids from trials and tribulations to have an easy life, to be like, hey, you get all of this, but unfortunately, you don't get the lessons from the fucking downside, right? Like, it's easy to fucking win, right? It's easy to fucking win. It's easy to be a good winner. It's hard to be a loser, right?
No,
it's hard to take a loser
and
be like, what do you do when you fucking lose?
I feel used, but I also feel like
How do you turn that to motivation? Like, I don't like everybody participation ribbon. No, fuck that.
yeah, but I think you would have to trust the woman you married and made children with. You'd have to trust her family and trust my own family.
Made children with this woman.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Or
like,
children are
I
made.
just meant like, that's all. I just meant like, you would have to like trust them to just. I think there are good people out there with a lot of money and a lot of security and wealth that are good people and like down to earth people and probably really cool. I think the ones that get out of control are the parents that aren't leaned in and the grandparents that don't care. But I think if it was a snapshot of my family and her family in today's, I just know that they would get all the love and support, and even generations of wealth wouldn't change who we are. But I mean, that's just selfish of me to say that.
Do you think do you think it's more important to protect your lineage, your family, your kids from pain and suffering, or do you think it's more important to teach them how to go through it?
It's tough. I mean, I think there's a case-by-case basis. I think it's case-by-case basis. And there's some things you need to have them learn on their own, but there's some things that you can really help them get through and shortcut them through and tell them what they need to know. But it's also a give and take that, like, that child has to trust you, and you can't have been overbearing or underbearing and, like, not like not being involved or being too involved in their life, and then all of a sudden you're just giving them like advice. Like, you have to give them space, and then you have to also be there when they need and they ask for help, and then you have to know when to like insert yourself. And that's a delicate balance. But
how do you know when to let them fail? Like when you see your kids like making a major wrong decision.
Dude, it's what you talked about at the top of the fucking show.
Like, how do you be like, hey,
it's the same instinct.
Wow, I'm going to let that kid fucking fail and feel that goddamn pain, or do I protect him from it?
It's an instinct, and it's based on their personality in that week and that day and that month and that year. They're having a rough year. They need someone to pick them up. They're having a great year. They need to be knocked down a fucking peg and get a little humble. Like, it's a moving, living, breathing organism, but it's the same instinct where I'm on a call with K Root and he's like not talking, and I'm like, I'm gonna take this call over. Or it's like, this guy wants us to leave. Hey, he keeps checking his watch. Let's get out of his office. Like, it's the same thing. It's you just read, just reading and that. But I think it's easy for me to say, but it's not easy to like replicate, because that's more of an art than a science. Oh, knock it off. Sod it off, mate.
So
I heard that.
I take the opposite. I'm taking the opposite side of that. I'm going to say it like this. My family shouldn't be little fucking bitches. They better figure out how to make it on their own.
You're so Eastern European. Like, it's just
fucking figure that goddamn shit
out of you. It's
I'm going to be like,
figure it out on your own, you stupid.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
Just do it.
How
hard? Just pick up yourselves. Just make business. Just work hard. Come on. Do it dumb.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no. My thought is like, I can let anybody fucking think of me as some kind of fucking villain when all I've done is try to help. Motherfuckers, go fucking do this shit on your own.
I also said my family
because
got to remember me as me, and they won't remember me as a villain. They'll be like, the press is dumb. Fake news. It's all fake.
No.
He's
No,
not
they're
that
gonna be
guy.
like, my dad was a
He's
villain.
cool.
He was a piece of shit to everybody but me. That's what they're going to think. I'll be like, no. I want them to put me on a goddamn pedestal and be like, I'm going to fucking build a statue to Fly Uncle Jay. We're going to fucking put it everywhere. We're going to make number of statues. He's the motherfucking shit because he told us we got to make it on our
We call
goddamn
him
own.
the fertilizer because he's the shit.
He is the motherfucking shit.
All right, anyway. Okay, well, anyway, you took the opposite track. I respect you for it, but I respectfully tell you that I disagree.
How on Google Drive and Google Docs do you like? I'm trying to highlight that we did this one, and I don't know how to highlight
Right here?
because
So,
it's totally different than fucking
right
Word.
here, right next to the A with the line below it is a little highlight color option right here.
I don't think so.
Bold, italic, underline.
We're looking at different screens, bro.
Oh, okay. You said to Google.
Hit
This is
edit.
Google Docs.
Yeah, I'm in Google Docs. It's not letting me
Well,
like
you
right
just
click
told
and just
me we
like make
weren't.
it fucking yellow.
All right, man. All right,
Dear
well,
Jesus, how do I do this shit? Sweden, how do I do this shit?
we're just gonna halt the show so
Tech
Jason
support.
can highlight.
Because I want to be remembered as a motherfucking hero, not a villain.
And I will be remembered
Do you think villains?
however I need to be for my family. Small price to pay for glory.
I put myself above people.
On a pedestal.
Yeah.
You putting it on a
They're-
pedestal.
And when they get close to me, I push them down.
I'm a
keep-
crab in a bucket, motherfucker.
Keep them down. That is what you do. You don't lift people up. You keep them down.
Terrible. And
that
he's
bad?
kidding. He's a good person. He's a great leader. I
No,
promise.
I hate
He's just
people.
pretending.
Fuck
Just like
off.
that character he's playing at the baseball field, the softball field. What a fucking dork, by the way. He's playing this character right
Dude,
now.
no.
All right.
For real, that character is fucking fun.
It's not fun. It is annoying because that's how you talked to me when I was your trainer for the first time. It's
No.
rough and I hate you. So no. All right, let's move on. All right. Hey, do you want to do anything else?
Main
Or-
discussion.
All right, let's get to
Today's beer.
it's time for that main discussion
Did I fuck it up?
where, just like today's beer, our emotions are bottled and canned. Just respect the bumper, man. Just like respect the bumper. When the button is pressed until the button is like I give you the green, just respect the bumper, man.
I love bumpers.
Just respect the bumper, man.
I love bumpers.
Just respect the
Was I
bumper,
off?
man.
Did I miss the bumper? Wrong bumper?
Respect the bumper, man.
What beer is it?
That's a totally different section. This is the main discussion where the emotions are released.
Are they bottled or are they canned?
A little bit of fucking both right now, to be honest with you. Like,
Okay, so
this
what's
is
the
our
problem?
last show. You are dead to me after this. So, no, all right. So, I'm just kidding. That would be a double cross. But we're not talking about double crosses today. We're talking about
Pseudo secret double cross agents. The Leafy bugs.
leafy bugs and triple crosses. So we're talking about the triple cross. So for the main discussion, I wanted to hear stories from your life where you were maybe double crossed, because it's tough to find a triple cross or triple crossed, or movies that you love with a good triple cross in them. So thank you so much.
I can't think of one
for
movie.
the
I
Mother
can't think of one movie.
fucking asshole, dude. So
Oh God, was that a good movie? The Leafy bug.
yeah, leafy bug. Fuck, man. The one I did like, there's one that came to mind immediately for me when I was like thinking of all this, and I was gonna pitch it, and then I like looked it up, like, damn, what's another movie with a triple cross? And there's not that many that came up, and one that I've never seen before is Mission Impossible Fallout. Are you a fan of the Mission Impossible franchises?
Yes.
So Mission Impossible Fallout was from like 2018. Apparently that had a great triple cross in it.
What is the name of the guy that Tom Cruise is friends with? Muscavage. Did he kill his
David
wife?
Miscavige.
Did he kill his wife?
Careful, but allegedly and supposedly.
People think he unalived his wife.
Something like that.
Is that true? Stories?
That's the head of Scientology. So watch your tongue, sir.
Just asking questions. But I do like the Mission Impossible movies.
Okay, but Fallout has a good triple cross. But another
Which one was
movie.
Fallout? Is that the most recent one where you was on
No,
the bike?
the one that I thought of that it was like came to mind was The Departed. The Departed.
Fucking great movie.
But like that's all sorts of triple cross. Like you're double crossing the mob boss and the cops. It's
Dude,
like quadruple. It's like
when
a
my
huge
boy
weaving
Leo
puzzle.
died in elevator.
Yeah, it was like,
That was-
such a shock. Like you thought you saw how the movie was.
And
starting
then when
to
you
go.
found out Jack Nicholson, you know, he was an informant. I don't mean to ruin this movie for folks.
it's been out for so fucking long. Like don't.
But like that was like, what? And then Mark Wahlberg, dude, that was one probably. Which, by the way, speaking of good movies, you know what I just saw recently with Maz? When you didn't come up, we texted you and was like, "Hey, you want to come over, have some dinner, and watch F1 with us with Brad Pitt?" And you didn't respond. But F1 with Brad Pitt, great movie.
It was good. Yeah, I like that one. It was fun.
You know what I liked the most about that one? There was no triple crosses.
No triple cross, no double cross even.
Almost a double cross. There was double
Almost
cross.
a double triple cross.
There's definitely
But
a
like
cross.
no, but you did mention
there was definitely a cross.
But in the movie I Spy, back to what you're talking about, with a leafy bug, there was a double cross.
It's a triple cross.
But was it a triple? Because
He thought there was
the
a
girl
triple.
in the movie double crosses them, and then they double cross the girl, so it's a triple cross.
But Owen Wilson was like, it happens all the time. She double crossed them, but she's still on our side because he was like, oh, we like this chick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't even Amanda Peet, which was weird.
Weird wasn't Amanda Pete.
She was not in that movie.
Was it a leafy bug?
She's Leafy Bug.
It's a leafy bug. All right.
No, but like, but F1, there was no double cross. But when that fucking dude that pretended to be on the board, that was a double cross.
A little double cross, but no triple cross.
And he went to Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt gave him the finger, and then won the race. You know what I liked about that movie? He said, "Why do you race?" And the reason he raced was not for the money, not for winning. It was a get into the zone. Basically, he was like, where time stops. That was like a fucking cool. When he explained why he raced, and dude,
I just
great
thought it was a
movie.
good movie. It was like well shot, and like the action scenes were with the cars. It all felt like super real. It was fun.
Dude, I cannot wait to drive an F1 car.
You will never do that. Okay, how about in real life, Mr. F1 car? Have you ever been like, maybe like a real moment where you got like double crossed or even triple crossed?
Dude, so
In real life.
I've never been double crossed or triple crossed, but I feel like I've triple crossed people.
Tell me more.
Well, so there's this theory because I'm a soft fucking dude for real, like right, like I'm kind of a soft dude. Like I feel so bad for people in situations. There's like people I know that have like done some really terrible things, and I'm like, instead of being angry, I'm like, oh God, I feel so bad for them because whatever, right? They had this whole situation in their life and they think this is the way to go. And like, sometimes I see things a little differently. But then I come across this thing because I can be sometimes too empathetic, right? Which means I feel too much. And then I have the tendency to be, because one of the things that I like to do is, or where I build my self-worth is feeling useful, right? Like I like to feel fucking useful. That's why I like being in leadership roles. I feel like I'm helpful. I'm feeling like this, like I matter, right? But there's plenty of times where like you hear about these narcissistic people who become like, they're master manipulators, but they only have one playbook, right? But and I think manipulation is done for selfish reasons, right? But the power of persuasion is very similar, just for the benefit of everybody, right? Like, if I'm manipulating you, it's for my benefit, is how I look at it. But if I'm like persuading you, it's like, dude, it's actually for your fucking benefit. Like, I'm trying to help. I know this is going to be better for you, so I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to try and convince you to do something that's for your best interest, based on the things that I know about what you want, what your goals are, what your life is like, what this is like, but you're caught up in your emotions of shit, right? I'm trying to help persuade you to do something what's in your best interest based on what your overall situation is and what you would want, right? But sometimes when you take an empathetic person who has the ability to kind of connect with people, you can be manipulative, but not in a selfish way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
you can
I
be
mean,
manipulative,
yeah.
but like I'm only manipulating this person to get them to see something differently so they take an action that is going to help them, that they're just like we talked about earlier. This person is not listening to their instincts. They're trying to justify making a wrong decision, but that's not really what they want. How could I manipulate this person, right? So it's like I'm pretending to help you, but then I'm also playing off the emotions of you to manipulate you to actually do what you are thinking is in your best interest. Not to take advantage or exploit you, but to get you to do what's right for you. So it's like I'm double crossing you, but then triple crossing you because it's actually I'm manipulating you for your best interest.
Right. I think like the word I've said on the show is like guile. Like that's like guile, where you're like,
isn't that like shit?
It's manipulative, being like a snake in the grass. And
what is guile? Guile's not.
No.
Oh no, I'm thinking of bile.
Yeah,
is bile shit?
Yeah, bile is actually more like the stuff in your stomach, but
guile is what?
Insidious, cunning, crafty deception or treachery. But what you're saying,
I fucking
is
love
like,
treachery.
You use it for
I'm a
good.
big treachery fan.
You use it for good. Is like you use that skill, that treachery, that evil, insidious, like
then make their lives better.
I'm going to get you to do what I want you to do.
Instead of being like, feel good.
Hey, sales rep, do your fucking job.
Stop
do
being
your
a little
fucking
bitch.
thing.
Or you're
you
fired.
Come to them and you're like,
wash my goddamn
dude,
car.
I'll tell you right now, they're onto us. If we don't get the fucking ship right, you're in some deep shit, pal. And I'm here for you, and I'm going to protect you from this, but you got to protect yourself and get your ass to work. You know what I mean? Like, I've achieved the same message, but I've shifted some of the messaging to make it sound more external than internal. And I'm making it like that sounds
isn't that
so
like a
simple.
triple cross?
That is not. That's a double cross. You're like, but because you're double crossing the company and you're double crossing the rep. But in certain people, you can go right at them and tell them the truth, but you would deploy the technique to the right person. Like, you don't use that technique on everybody. So but certain people, you know how to get them to turn.
Remember the first time I was asked to fire somebody that was actually hired as a mentor of mine. It's the only time that happened, actually. Right? Like, it was a triple cross because I was told to fire this person. I didn't want to do it. So I convinced this person to leave. So I was like, I'm deliberately manipulating this person by saying, and I've ever since that moment, I've realized, if I don't want somebody to work for me and I don't want to fire them, I convince them that this place is shit and you should go out on your own. And sometimes it's because I don't want to deal with the HR issues of fucking firing somebody. The first time I did it, I just kind of planted a seed. Hey man, you're better than this shit. You shouldn't deal with that. You shouldn't do it, right? And so like I double crossed the guy by made it feel like I was in his I was planting to see, like, dude, you should quit because at the time I was too chicken shit to fire him, right?
Right.
So I was like, all right, let me manipulate him into leaving, but it's in his best interest because he's going to get fucking fired anyway.
Shintu, right?
It was not Shintu. That's our fucking guy,
Jason,
dude.
I fucking know
that's
it's not Shintu. He was an intern.
This is our guy.
I know.
He's here.
You said it was a mentor.
He's here.
Shintu, cut that. Clip that. Shintu.
Dude.
Clip that. Shintu.
Put the knives down.
Clip that.
Those dogs are our pets. Can we say that?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Do you know where he's really from?
Yeah,
man.
You know,
like can you believe he didn't
would want you to go out there and say that in front of my wife right now. How would you feel?
Is that bad?
Yes, dude. That was pretty rough.
Oh.
Like, we might need to edit.
We gotta edit that.
We might need to pull that out. So,
did you know Shintu wouldn't tell me where he was actually from?
No, I think he did tell us.
He did, but he didn't want because he thought I was going to bust his chops a little bit about it, and I don't know why.
Oh, you think that after the joke you just made? I mean, yeah, dude. So.
Oh, because it was after we came back from. Was it after we came back? It was during or after we came back from the pandemic.
I don't know. The timeline's blurry.
Because he was like, I don't want to tell you where I'm from. I'm like, tell me, dude.
Yeah, no, I think there was sensitivity around that time too. He was from
because-
China, but like I think he was from Chengdu, like if I remember. So, no.
He was from.
All right, whatever. So anyway,
You heard of the Wu-Tang Clan?
No, I know, dude. I know.
So you.
I know where Wuhan, China is. I know, dude. Jesus, dude. So ridiculous.
No, but like that was my first thing of being like, oh, I'm gonna like manipulate somebody to do something in their best interest because they're gonna be like, go anyway. I'd rather have this guy feel like he left on his own volition because I fucking liked and respected the guy, and I didn't like the idea of like some punk 20-something coming in firing some guy that's supposed to be his mentor. Like I did not feel like I was in a place that I was. Who the fuck am I? Like I have not earned the respect to let anyone go here, let alone the guy that was brought in to be my mentor, the guy that's 70 years old that's been doing this shit for his entire life. I'm not fucking firing this guy. Like, I'm going to convince him to leave because I want him to walk out with his head held high because I respected the shit out of him. So it's like, I was asked to do something, so I manipulated him, but then it was like, I manipulate everybody. It's like double manipulation, so it was like a double negative.
A triple cross.
It's like a triple cross.
It's a triple cross. All right.
Now that I'm older, I would have just told this motherfucker, hey, look, this guy wants to fire you because of these reasons, and they asked me to do it. I would have just been like straight, honest, and forthcoming and been like, I respect the shit out of you, so I can't even fucking lie to you about this shit. You need to talk to this guy. Here's the fucking problem. This is what they asked me to do.
Go sort it out with this guy.
Like you need to fucking talk to this guy. But that guy that asked me to do it was a power trip too.
Yeah, you also worked for like a lame company at that time. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, okay. Well, mine's lame now, so it won't be long. And now I feel embarrassed.
But are you going to say anything insensitive or inappropriate?
Probably nothing to the extent that you've done.
Ooh.
It's
You should
bad.
try.
Jason,
Try.
it's bad.
You should try it.
We've got human rights groups in our inbox right now. The
PETA.
stream has been shut down. We have been copyright stricken on YouTube. And also, ICE is at the door.
ISIS?
ICE is at the door.
With ISIS?
Do you have your papers? Do you have your papers?
I don't.
That's what I thought.
Shit.
That's not even funny to joke about. Look, see, now I'm being insensitive. So.
Yeah, see, I baited
See,
you
balance
into
the
like
scale.
being
Very
like
good, very good.
worse than me. You're the worst
That was
one.
Don't. You can't. Don't.
You're
There's
worse
no
than
moral
me.
high ground after the dog joke. So, all right. So, this is innocuous and pointless now. But no, it's so silly. But I think it was a funny story in time that I remember because for the most part, my buddy Dan said this to me the other day, and it made me like kind of go, but I basically been always like a one girl guy my whole life, right? Like one girl in my life, like very monogamous, very
One at a time.
yeah. Okay. So, but like, I remember there was this point when I'm like coming of age. It's 7th grade, and I actually hated going to church. I've talked a little bit about that on the show, like some of the struggles. It was around that age where I was kind of coming out of my shell, and I was mad at the church. But right before we started going to freshman year, it was like I think it was 8th grade, and we knew that like we're about to go to freshman year with like 4 other middle schools are all going to converge at once. Remember I told you about the freshman center, right? Freshmen from 2 rival high schools all
Everyone's
together.
scared of Echo the Dolphin.
And fuck you, man. It was a lot longer before this. So, but I remember like we're going in there. So my sister starts going because she likes a boy, and so she'll drive me. But it's Wednesday nights. It's like 6 o'clock, 6:30 at night. It's like an hour long, and it's like a guy gets up on stage with an acoustic guitar at a church, and he just sings like acoustic worship songs, and like everyone in there like knows the words, and everyone just like sings together. And it's just called like it was all like young teens from like 7th grade to like freshman year. They're all dropped off by their parents. Everyone's wearing like they're wearing like hip cool outfits. It's not church like Sunday best. Everyone's like dressed like normal teenagers.
Yeah.
And the guy on stage is not like a normal pastor with like he's like it's like cool, bro. And so it was like one of those vibes. And so we started just like going there because like my sister did. And I just remember it was like I saw all these girls that I had never seen before in my life, and I was starting to like come into myself. And like at my school, I was kind of like bullied a lot, and I was kind of pegged as like, I think I talked about this, like I used to be called gay, like I was gay for sure, like I was kind of bullied, and I was just kind of like whatever.
Why do they think that?
I thought we've talked
like
about
making
this on
out
the show
with dudes and stuff?
No, dude, I just the bit I guess in like 6th and 7th grade was like the girls all said I was nice and cute, and that must be that I was gay. Like that was kind of just like the rhetoric and like the thing. It was rough. Like, and I was poor too, so I was clothes poor, and so all the rich. I was in like a nice. We're a house poor, right? So I had no nice clothes. So they, like the kids, bullied me so much because I was in a nice school. Everyone was in like Abercrombie and Fitch.
Is that why
and
you
Hollister
got
and
into
American
MMA?
Eagle. No, I mean, no. I mean, again, like, okay, sorry. And I've said this on the show, so I feel like I'm repeating myself and it sounds fake, but all it took was like 8th grade year started and we played football. That's the first year where it's like organized football.
Yeah.
And I fucked everybody up, and I was starting in every kickoff, kick return, offense, defense. Fuck that.
Fucked everybody.
Shit up? No. Like, you know, receiver, tight end, linebacker. Like I just played all time.
You got different levels.
And so
of
all of a
respect
sudden,
after
everyone was just like, oh, "He's cool. He's in the group," because like it's a more like
tough.
it's a merit-based society. It's a meritocracy.
Is it interesting though? Like, you can't be a decent person.
Right.
Like you have to also be tough.
Right.
It's weird.
It's
right?
weird. Again, and so my
Doesn't
dad
even
and
make
my
sense.
dad raised me to be tough. So when you say like MMA, like I was always kind of like scrappy and not scared. When I got to like the testosterone age, before the like, so again, 6th, 7th grade, you're still coming into your testosterone body. But like once I hit 8th grade and like the testosterone was in, I started to change. So this is around this time, right? And this ties in. So now I'm kind of feeling myself, or like I'm kind of more accepted. I've collected like over the course of like months, I've gone to like Pac Sun or Hot Topic, and I've gotten like nice t-shirts. I have 4 of them, you know what I mean? But like I've gotten some nice t-shirts, some Billabong, some Hurley, like whatever, you know what I mean? I was trying to keep up with like the Joneses. And so I start going to this youth stuff, and I'm wearing one of those 4 t-shirts I own that's like a good brand or whatever, and I'm kind of getting tall, and I'm like coming into my body, and I'm getting like shoulders, and you know, like I'm 6'2", you know what I mean? But like blonde, you know what I mean? I'm like, it was great. And so I was getting a lot of attention from these girls from other schools, and it was like the first time in my life it was like awesome, you know what I mean? Where I felt, and I was kind of this, just like you were at the softball field playing the character. I was like this Chad-like character for this brief period in my life that I just could like talk to girls, and I felt so. Go ahead.
I have a question. When you say Chad, are you talking about Matt 2.0? The guy we play basketball with, we keep calling Matt?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't remember that at all.
Do you remember that playing basketball? Like there's like Chad was the other tall white guy. And we'd be like, Matt 2.0. We would call one 2.0 and one Matt.
That's right. Yeah.
Or are you talking about Chad, like
Chad
the guy
is
we
like
used to work?
Chad is a term for like a stud or like a
I
jock.
I thought you were talking about drunk uncle.
Leave Burkett out of this. So,
You can't say last names.
fuck Chad Burkett, dude. So anyway.
Wait a minute. Dude, have you looked at our streams?
Chad
Like,
Burkett, dude.
Dude, we were worldwide.
Whatever,
We had some
dude.
fucking people from Singapore
I'm
listening
you're
to this shit.
joking, and I'm leaving that in too. That's how balls we
People
were
in
going.
Singapore
So.
probably like my joke.
Probably. So that's probably fine. So all right, you've thrown me off here.
They
but
might not even get it.
This is going so long. This is supposed to be a short story. So anyway, youth camp, talking to girls. So I only go to this thing for probably honestly the course of like 6 weeks. So imagine like 6 Wednesdays, and in this period, I start talking to a couple girls, and they're like talking to me in the parking lot or whatever, and like, what school do you go to? And like, okay. And I end up getting a couple numbers, but like, I don't like, this isn't like in one fell swoop, right? That wasn't like in one night I'm collecting digits all over the place, but like one girl was an A name and one girl was a V name. And like things go on and progress, and I'm kind of talking to both of them. But again, like, I've never even kissed these girls. I've never even hung out with them. I've never even held their hand. But it's just like we're talking on the phone, right? So like we're calling and talking, and things are like, you know, you're just flirting and just chatting at that point, right? And I am like talking with both these girls, which sounds, again, so playerish, so like pimpish, but it's like phone calls in 2002, you know, this is nothing. And long story short, one night I get a call from like one of the girls, and she asks me something, and she kind of calls me. She's like, hey, so do you know who like V girl is from other school? Because these girls go to like different schools. And I'm like, no, I have no idea who that is. Like, I straight up lie on the phone. And all of a sudden, you're a fucking player, you liar. And then the V girl's voice comes on. So they three-way called me.
Oh.
And they totally were like trying to catch me like in like the lie or whatever.
That you were in, yes.
So anyway, yeah, which again, it was just like, but it was so innocuous and pointless. It was so silly, like in the grand scheme of things. But I stopped going to the Wednesday night things and like didn't see those girls until we started freshman year. And then like they kind of carried a little bit of that reputation, like, no, you're that piece of shit, you know, and I'm just like, whatever. And again, so like, but truthfully, like I really have never really been like juggling many women or numbers at the same time. And
I mean, you're married now, so I hope that's over.
Fucking obviously. I'm even talking about all the way from like freshman year all the way through like my relationship with my wife. Like I had three girlfriends, one freshman year, nothing. And then one girl from like junior-ish year.
Dude.
And then I met my other girlfriend like senior year.
Bro,
that's it. Like
here's my thought, dude, is like women are so fucking needy. Like, how can you handle more than one at a time? It's a lot.
I think that's like honestly.
Like I can't remember birthdays, dude. I'm like, gotta remember 2 fucking. Like what?
A guy I worked
that
with,
is too much effort.
I respected this guy so much. He had twins. I like helped him. He was a badass at his job. I like trained him. I thought it was like very cool. And then he didn't even tell me, but one day through the grapevine, I found out he's like, my wife? Hell no. Hell no. I can't stand her. My side girl, she's cool, but like my side girl's not allowed to talk about no problems or do nothing. I was like, because I get it. I was like, that is such like it was just so dark. It was so weird that it was just like, I don't know how you could just, I don't know. Okay, how can I articulate this? I don't know how it's just like optional, like that you have to like remember things and do things and be a good partner and be a good like person to these people.
To both or multiple.
Even to one is like enough energy.
Dude,
but he's not even
to
giving
one
it to
is
her.
Never even fucking right.
And then to the other one, she's not allowed. Like, no one's winning here. Like maybe him, I guess, but yeah,
no, because I can't even imagine he's winning because it's like, dude, he's failing on all fronts. Yeah. One chick's like, "Oh, you're not," and another one's like, you know how the girls are. They're always like.
How many guys do you think we work with are having like side things going on? I feel like it's not as many as you'd think. Like it's not like a 50% or half the guys we know, but I feel like it's easy like 25, 30%
dude,
of the guys or girls we work with are having affairs.
Here's the only people I've ever known that had something, and this is a very small sample size, are the ones in transitioning out. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
They're like, they don't have the heart to just, like, they just needed a little encouragement. And they have, like, there's a transition period while they're getting out, right?
That's good.
That's the only ones that
and that's what I'm saying. It's not that common, right? It's not
no, because I don't know anybody who's been like, I've got, like, like the old mob movies. Oh, I got my girlfriend over here. I would never let my wife kiss me with the mouth that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like those things. You know, do you understand what I'm insinuating?
No, I know what you're saying, but no, I just,
you can articulate it better than me.
No, I feel you.
But like I don't know anybody's like, I've got like literally 2 lives. That's fucking weird.
But that's what I'm saying is like,
I just feel like
I lived 2 lives for like 6 weeks and I never showed up to that social. I disappeared for 6 months until the next school year. Like, I couldn't handle being a piece of shit for 5 minutes. I know guys that would have been like, on to the next, you know, like laughed that conversation
Dude,
off.
that's so weird because, like, I can't even get 1 life right. Dude, trying to live 2? Fuck that shit. That's like too much. Fuck that.
Can I play a song for you after this?
Is it about the guy who did, what was the song you played last time?
I no, that's not Immortal Technique. We're not playing that. No, but I want to play a song for you after this. All right, I think I do. Anyway, sorry. It'll be good for you. Anyway, all right, man.
Good Night Sweden.
We're all, I guess, kind of like.
This is a good beer. Did we rate it? This is. I said this is good beer, and I'm like looking at the Modelo Especial. Did I say it right, or did I say gay?
Yeah. So you brought these, by the way. I just want you to know, like, just like for posterity, I still have all these Modelo's you brought and the Lazy Dog Beer Kid beers. I don't touch those. Like, I respect those as drinking beers for the show. So these are beers from like a month ago. I just want to give you like I keep track.
Dude,
like,
I felt bad for a long time because I was always drinking your drinking beers. I was like, I just show up and I'm the talent. You do all the work.
No, dude, I will text you when I need it, and you always deliver, and you bring extra when I ask you to deliver, and then you do like a couple shots of whiskey at my house, and you bought like a giant $50 bottle of whiskey. Like, you do way too much, bro. You're very generous.
That's because
you're way good.
We did one of the shots was like the last shot of the bottle. I was like, It's like
I just don't drink.
It's
it
like
that
growing
much.
up. Have you ever been to the household where they growing up as like the person who fills the trash can up the most has to take it up? And you just keep shoving it down like this is not gonna be fucking me. I'm not taking that shit to the trash can.
I drink very
so like,
little,
you,
liquor. Yeah.
Dude,
it's fine.
If you take the last shot, you fucking place it.
No, dude, it was you are great about that.
That's
stuff.
what Jesus says.
You were raised very well to never show up empty-handed, and also pay your dues and pay your debts. So you do a good job. So I respect that. Not everyone does that in the world, and I also don't care. So I deal with it. All right. Listen, we're Bottled and Canned. Send us an email, bottledandcannedpod@gmail.com, @bottledandcannedpod on our TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram. Jason does drop some clips lately, and we've had a couple clips get some love. So,
dude, again, we really have actually.
The algorithms of there's a lot of people. So even getting 1,000 views sounds like a lot. It's not that much, but
to me,
we're not even trying, and
dude,
people are giggling.
The
at our
last
clips,
one was 1,300 views. Like, that's exciting.
Yeah. So anyway, but check us out. Hit us
until
up.
it's like somebody that I know. I'm like,
then it's
fuck,
fucking embarrassing. Why do we have it on Instagram with people who follow us? It's wild. So all right, but anyway, send us an email. Hit us up. I am tired. I'm gonna go to bed. And good night to me and
Sweden. Suck it, bitches.